So a new YouTuber called Super Dan Show made a really successful video where he would try to earn $1 million in Retail Tycoon 2. As an inspiration to his video success, I tried it out myself and tried to speedrun $1 million in Retail Tycoon 2. In this video, I'm going to shortly explain the stream and how it went. I can say as much as it took just under 6 hours to earn $1 million. So the video kind of just started by me building a new plot. I tried to be as strategic with the plot placement. I wanted to place the plot, if you can see right here, close to the driveway down to the loading dock, just in case I would use a delivery vehicle and wanted to, well, deliver things myself. I didn't end up doing that in this video because I kind of figured that, well, yes, a delivery vehicle works, but since a delivery vehicle doesn't count to the total amount of money in the store, with, for example, a large box truck, you kind of have to do over 200 deliveries, which is a lot. So I decided to use instant delivery this entire stream. Instant delivery for items like furniture is actually pretty good, because furniture has so high value that the 25% extra isn't actually too much. Well, I just started by, as you can see, building this and hired the workers and everything through the money guide video I have made. It will be linked in the top right corner. This layout is absolutely a fantastic layout for the early game. You only need to like delete some plots of land and stuff, and you're gonna start with as much as 42k, which is absolutely great. A little fun fact, actually a comment somebody said on the stream, is the ceiling can also be made of dirt, making it completely free and not cost $1,320. So you can also save $1,320 more. That's very interesting, actually. I didn't know that, so thank you for the tip. So in the beginning, I was just starting off. I did some expansions. I started with adding a self-checkout, which was a mistake because the self-checkout kind of was too slow. I wanted it automatic so I could focus on other things instead of just sitting behind the checkout all of the time. So I had to add 2 self-checkouts eventually, because if you can see like this line right here, oh my days, it's insane, right? So we can't have those kind of lines. The ratings goes down, we don't want that. So I built another self-checkout as quick as possible eventually. Else than that, the rest of the money was going to parking spots, just like this, so we can get more customers, because as you know, the more customers, the more money, naturally. That's how it works. Else than that, the game crashed. I spawned into a vehicle. I don't know if you can see it right here. I spawned into a vehicle, so I kind of have, yeah, right here, I spawned into a vehicle, so I kind of had to like relog and stuff, because resetting the character didn't work. It just ended up like this, all wobbly and stuff. I don't know what's going on. Else than that, kind of just continued building parking lots. Eventually people were complaining about the mobility scooters. I kind of was growing sick of it, so I kind of just built mobility scooters, even though I kind of find them useless. And I also need another finance rep desk because, well, there was more customers now and people were complaining that I couldn't afford anything, so therefore I need another finance rep. A little quick tip though, because so many people were asking about it: set the finance rep at Annie. The only simple reason to actually use anything else than Annie is if you sell vehicles and you want the customers who will buy vehicles to be prioritized. People will loan $10 to buy foods, right? So that's the only reason. Else than that, just keep it at Annie. It works totally fine. The grind was pretty basic from now on. I added, as you can see right there, I added some gates here, some security, a guard. Also added a dumpster over there. That one was actually pretty badly placed because customer had like walk around here. Whoops. Didn't realize that when I built it, but I fixed it later. But also than that, it's kind of just doing the same thing. Following the lead. At around 48 minutes, as you can see, we reached 50k. Technically 92k since we started with 42k, you know. But I wanted it to be 50k earnings because the margin there is so large, right? If I wanted it like more realistic. And a thing that if you are here and have also watched the Super Dan Show speedrun, it's important to know that this one is not the Super Dan Show video. It's important to know that I did this in a little bit different way because I wasn't building new layouts once I reached milestones. I kind of just continued building on the same layout because I know that's the most efficient way to do it. Basically, I only built a layout at 500k, which I will show eventually. But yeah, so continuing the grind, it's kind of just basic. I was calculating along the way. We're going to reach 100k, I believe it's 112. Yes, 112, we reached 100k. At this point, we had 12 parking lots, meaning we kind of need electric parking lots now because it's no point in building normal parking lots because at one point, electric parking lots are a lot better because the customers from EV parking spots, they actually have as much as $3,000. I've seen people with $3,000 there, while normal parking spots are like customers up to like 1.5k maybe. That's maybe a little bit too much, but you get the point. The EV parking spot owners are a lot more rich. And as you can also see right here, I also had to expand the store because of crowdness was going crazy. And as you can also see, we're earning like crazy right now. So we've only been sitting here for an hour and we're starting to earn like thousands every second almost. So that's great. We built our first EV parking spot. I also, as you can see right there, I locked in the parking spots right here, so the customers won't like be walking like this. They will just walking straight in because they can't walk through the wall. This works very well. If you want to like force customers somewhere, just make it like a fence around or an edge around the vehicles so they're forced into where you want them. It helps keep a structure. It's really great. I also decided to build a huge dirt ceiling because it was free, right? And yeah, so else than that, I kind of just continued building. I built another finance rep desk, built another self-checkout, did some order. I switched a little bit of the order here. I had to upgrade the sign eventually because some parking spots were being open. 3 were open right now. I thought that was a little bit bad. I don't know the rating of the store at this point. I was also just doing the calculations, figuring out how much money I'd earn. This goes from net earnings, just mentioning, not the main earnings, because if it were main earnings, I would have almost $1 million already. Fun fact, actually. So, continuing the grind, just making sure everything's doing alright, keeping up with the store. Parking spots are starting to become a mess eventually, because I wanted them as close to the store as possible. Building parking spots all the way out here was not too efficient, like they had to walk like all of this distance. That's why I kind of built them like this, and I also did that on the other side eventually. Fun fact, yeah, alright, actually 2 things. Firstly, at 204 we earned 250k. At this point we were at over 170k per hour. Here we're at 100k, we're at 125k, so during this 50-minute period we started to earn 50k more per hour. So the earnings are going up quite fast. The 50k mark was 8k per hour, so you can see like kind of a trend of 40k more per hour each hour you play. The max cap of how much you can earn without money trees is at around 350k, just for like just to compare. And I was sitting here playing games like Mahong, really random game, but it's fun. So that's what I was doing while I was doing the stream, stuff like that, because there was kind of not much to do. It's an AFK grind basically. And I was also talking with the chat, answering questions and just having good conversations with the ones in the chat. I also at one point trying to learn Polish. There's one guy there who wanted me to learn Polish. Didn't end so well. It was very difficult. And the language sounded a bit weird in my opinion. No offense to the Polish people. It's just I'm Norwegian, so it's very different from my own language. At this point, we start to reach 500k soon, I believe. We are really soon, if I skip a little bit more. 316, we were at 500k. At this point, I just, you know what? Just see right here. Yes, we're looking at vehicles as well. The car was a mess. No, I mean the store was a mess. Crowdness was struggling again. Vehicles everywhere. It was a mess. Total mess. So I kind of had to... just started building another layouts. It lost me a lot of time because at 316 we had 500k and I didn't get this store to open properly until like 340. It's open here, but those things are stocked because I forgot to build a manager desk. Beautiful. We also got less parking spots because we spent so much on the store itself, because we built like elevators and stuff. So it kind of earned less at this point, which was, it's fine. It's not that we didn't like try it. I decided I didn't want to try it that much. I couldn't beat the 5-hour mark anyways, so at least do it under 6 hours out of time. I don't know why, but there was trash everywhere. Annoying, but whatever. Yes, I built it just black and clean because I don't know, I like black and clean. It was clean. Not the kind of store I would build like if I would build a nice looking store, but it was clean. A big black box, it was pretty clean. We're starting to reach the end of like the speedrun right here. I was looking through videos. I think I was, yeah, this layout was kind of an inspiration of the endgame layout you can see right here. Kind of similar to the endgame layout, not the same, but kind of similar. Also, had to do some things. We built a cozy little place for the manager. Have big black box for the manager. Needs to be depressing, you know, just for fun. We were doing random stuff, having fun, and higher or lower. Actually managed to get 14 of that. Doing some calculations to make sure we see how much money we have. Yes, that's the Polish stuff. At this point, I was kind of just earning money, having fun, building some parking lots along the way. You see that I have 90k now, so at this point, when I reached 26 parking lots, I realized that adding more would actually lead to less customers visiting the store. That doesn't really make any sense, but apparently if you have over 26 parking lots, at least for this store, it might be different for another store, but for this store, it ended up being less vehicles parking on the parking spots, so more open spots, which doesn't make any sense. At this point it was like 2 open, but if I added the 2 on the end there, it will start being more open parking spots. It didn't make any sense. So 26 parking spots were like the perfect amount for this kind of store. I also went eating because, yeah, well, kind of could just sit there FK, hope that everything worked fine. I needed over 250k per hour in order to actually reach 1 million in the end there. And as you can see, it was really intense in the ending. I was starting to become a little bit stressed out, but actually after doing a lot of like calculus-ish calculations, because I had calculus, right, and the kind of same math we were doing there, it wasn't necessarily calculus, but yeah, you get the point. I actually managed to end up with $1,001,461, which was really close. If this didn't work, then I kind of had to build a new store and stuff like that, which would be totally awful for the like timer, but I had to try to do it under 6 hours, so I just did it. And it worked out perfectly. Just perfectly. I did a little bit of a walkthrough through a military store. More about that you can see in the video. Anyways, this was a simple explanation of a 6-hour long stream. If you want more streams, comment it down below. Streams are fun to make. It's take up a lot of time, but they're fun to make. And if that's what people want, just comment it down below. And if there's any special videos you want, just comment it down below as well. And like and subscribe. It's great for the channel. Thank you very much. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.